I'm going to put a spotlight on how your phone is ruining your life and wasting your time. And I'm also going to give you solutions on how to manage your time better and how to manage your phone usage better.
Inspire Central. Inspire Central. Inspire Central. Inspire Central.
Hello fellow Inspirers, welcome to Inspire Central. My name is Monica and I'm the Chief Inspirer herself. It is a pleasure to have you here with me. My topic for today is how your phone is ruining your life as a youth or a teenager. This is especially for young people. Your phone may be ruining your life. It's taking up so much of your time. Every time your head is bent and you're scrolling and you're swiping and the time is ticking and you're wasting the most valuable years of your life, years that you will never get back. So today I'm going to put a spotlight on how your phone is ruining your life and wasting your time. And I'm also going to give you solutions on how to manage your time better and how to manage your phone usage better. You may have noticed that when you decide to go on social media, you get to one app and you find something interesting and you're scrolling. Your head bends and you're scrolling, and then you see a video and you click it. And when you click it, you start watching it and you're engrossed and you're laughing and you're smiling, and then before you know it, there's another video and you swipe and move to the next one and you continue and you're laughing and before you raise your head up after watching several videos or reading several texts or whatever it is you're looking at on social media, you may see that 1 hour has gone. To your shock, 1 hour would have gone and you'll be like, where did the time go? You just raise your head and like, oh wow, where did the time go? You'll be shocked. But that is what social media does. It sucks you in. It's not just social media. Your phone generally, it could be games, because it's not always social media. It could be games. Even offline games could absorb your time. They could take up your time and you would not notice it. So scrolling on your phone, pressing your phone, clicking, swiping is taking up your time and you will never get that time back. Remember that these are the prime years of your life. This is the best time of your life. You will never be this young again. So if you don't utilize this time now, you will never get it back. And then you would have wasted the prime, the most important, the echelon of your life in terms of strength, in terms of time, in terms of youth. You will never get your time back. So stop wasting your time scrolling, swiping, clicking, liking, all those things that take up your time. Now, another way in which your phone is ruining your life is that it's affecting your grades. When you spend so much time swiping, liking, watching videos, giggling at your screen, you don't realize that you could have spent that time reading your books. You could have spent that time making sure that your C's become B's, your B's become A's. You could have spent that time improving yourself intellectually. You could have spent that time making sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's. And you don't just go for the bare minimum of an E, where you just barely pass the course, barely pass the subject, just going little by little, just managing to fly by. No, you want to be a high flyer. You want to get good grades, excellent grades, grades that when you look back at them, you will smile and be like, yes, that's my results. Not the one where somebody will find your results from 2 years back and you're like, give me that, give me that, give me that. And you go and hide it or even squeeze it or throw it away. Or you tear it, you shred it. Why? Because you are ashamed of your results. So this is the time to put in the work. Don't let your phone take up so much of your time that you are now failing in class. You are now falling behind and wasting your time that you would have spent reading and ensuring that you get academic success. The third thing that your phone is doing to you that is ruining your life is that It is teaching you bad spellings. You see that most young people like yourself, when they spell things, they don't spell fully. They spell in abbreviations. They have these social media shortcodes. And now, when you get to school, you spell that same way. You're writing an essay for class, you spell that same way. You are writing an exam, you spell like you're spelling on social media. And before you know it, you don't remember how to spell correctly. You don't remember how to write correctly. You start writing in short forms. You start writing in abbreviations. And then your language skills starts to diminish. You forget your syntax, you forget your grammar, you forget your spellings, you no longer punctuate. And when you write like this, you think that the world should accept it because that is how it is spelled on social media. That is how you write on social media, and your friends understand you, your followers understand you, and so you get away with it. But in the corporate world, in the real world, the world that you are reading and preparing for, spellings like that are not allowed. You must spell correctly, you must speak correctly, you must write correctly. And so now that you are still in the learning process, you have not become grounded in your tenses, in your grammar, in your spelling. You are destroying your spellings, you are destroying your use of language, you're destroying your communication skills. Because now that is your foundation. Instead of you to build your foundation and be firm on your communication skills, you are shortchanging yourself by spelling the same way you spell on social media. And that is why when you get out of the university, that is why when you graduate and you start searching for a job, you cannot write a letter. You cannot prepare your CV. You cannot attend interviews and do well because you have given yourself a horrible foundation. Bad spellings, bad tenses, you don't even know the correct one. For you to say, oh, I made a mistake, let me fix it. No, you don't even know what it is anymore because that is how you have grown yourself. Because in your training years, now that you're a teenager, now that you're in school, now that you're a young person, when you don't have a strong foundation for your communication skills, you are telling yourself TBH, LOL, LOML, things like that, and you think that that is how people communicate in the real world. People do not communicate like that in the real world. In the corporate world, nobody communicates like that. And if you continue writing like that, you are going to make yourself unemployable. You are going to make yourself such that you cannot get a job in the corporate world. And you're going to be unemployed for a very long time if you continue like that, if you do not adjust. So now that it is still early, now that you still have the time, now that you're still grooming yourself, switch. Go back to spelling the way you are taught in school. Go back to fixing your grammar, your tenses, your spellings, your punctuations, because you will need the skills. You will need the communication skills. Don't think that because you are just being mediocre now, you're just writing anyhow and people are accepting it, that the world, the outside world, will accept it. Nobody writes like that, and that will not be acceptable because it is not the standard. It's not the standard for communication, and nobody will accept it in the corporate world. So fix it now. Fix it now, so it's not too late. The fourth way in which your phone is draining you is that it is exposing you to adult content. You see on social media, some of these things are not vetted. Some of these lewd talk, lewd dances, lewd acts are all there and anybody can see it. And they are not vetted. And before you know it, you start internalizing these things. You're watching them every day. You start to vocalize these things you hear on social media. You start to think it is the norm for young people to do things that they should not be doing at this age. Because you see it so often, because you hear it so often, it's there all over social media. You now think that that is the way it should be done. You now think that you can do it because adults are doing it. You can do it because you see it on social media. And then you think you are an adult, you are a young adult, you are a teenager, you are a youth. This is not the time for you to do those things. But because you see it everywhere, you just think it's one of those things, it's acceptable. After all, if it's not acceptable, it will not be so common. Well, that something is common does not mean that it is the right thing to do. That you see something done everywhere does not mean that you must follow suit. That is another way in which scrolling on your phone, going on social media, being on social media all the time is ruining your life. And one thing about all those things, pornography, those things you should not be watching, is that they have a way of stimulating your mind. And not for the good, but for the worse. They have a way of stimulating your mind where you start visualizing those things and then you start behaving like that. And by the time you are filled with amorous thoughts, you are thinking sexual thoughts all the time. Where is the time for your books? Where is the time for your education? Where is the time for self-development? There's no time for that, because it just comes and engrosses your mind. It takes over your mind, and that is all you can think of all day. Ask people who have become addicts of pornography, and they will tell you that that thing takes over their whole day. They spend the whole day doing what they should not be doing. They spend productive hours doing unproductive things. It takes over their whole day, it takes over their whole mind, it steals their attention, and they always want to be having one act or the other with one partner or the other. And the years are going. And for some of them, it doesn't steal just a day, it doesn't steal just a week, it does not steal just a month, it steals years of their life. So you have to stop it now. Stop doing those things now. Stop watching those things that stimulate you. Stop watching those things that make you want to replicate what you see on social media. Stop it now, because you are ruining your life. And you are not just ruining your life now. This may well go on for many years to come, and then it may be too late for you to fix it. So having shown you what you may have been doing wrong and how your phone has been ruining your life, I'm here to profess solutions. It's not just about saying these are problems, these are problems. Yes, I show you the problems and I also show you the solutions. So this is the first solution I will give you. Realize that your phone is an asset. Your phone is an asset. Back in my days, when I was in school, we had phones, but they were not as fast as these ones you have now. We were not swiping. Actually, we were pressing buttons. There were no swiping and clicking in my time. We were pressing buttons. But the phones have evolved now. The phones are faster. The results are faster. You go online, everything you need is there. It is a beautiful world. It is a blessing to you. And you should tap into that. You should realize that this is a rare privilege, because people before you did not have this privilege, where if they needed to do research, all they needed to do was go online. Simply go on Google, and before you know it, you will see so many search results, and then you look for the one you want. You read what you want, and now AI even makes it better. AI gets tidbits and bits from different websites and then compiles them for you, so that you now have like a summary of all those things from the different websites. All those things, you don't need to read them. All you need to do is get AI to summarize those things for you. Wow, it's a beautiful world, don't you think so? It is an easier world. Things are better. And so this is the time for you to utilize these resources. These resources that are readily available online, utilize them. Instead of using your phone to do irrelevant things, unproductive things, utilize the treasure of your phone, because your phone indeed is a treasure. Social media is a treasure. The internet, rather, is a treasure. So you need to use it for what it is. Use it for the positive things and not the negative things. Use your phone to do research. Use your phone to find out information that you need. Use your phone to get gigs. You can get jobs online, small jobs that you can do, part-time jobs you can do as a student. Use your phone for these many resources, these positive resources that are out there, instead of using it for things that do not add value to you. Use your phone as a positive asset. Stop using it to do irrelevant things that do not add anything to you. Your phone is an asset. You need to realize that, and you need to use it as an asset. Start doing that today, because it may be too late if you keep doing that old stuff, that same old stuff. You don't need to do that. So start using your phone as an asset, as a treasure, as something valuable, and start doing great things. Start achieving great things with your phone, and focus on the positive things that your phone readily brings to you, right wherever you are, anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. These things are assets. Technology is an asset, and you should use it to make sure that you improve your life and you become the very best that you can be. Another thing you can do with your phone, another valuable thing that you can do with your phone is that you can learn practical skills, especially from YouTube and all those video-centric platforms. Those video platforms could provide step-by-step guide of how you can do certain things, learn certain things, use your hands, fix things, repair things, create things. Those videos can show you that. So you should start using that. Start learning from YouTube today. Start learning, start practicing, start trying out new things you've never done before. Start doing them. And you will see that even while you're still in school, even while you're still learning, even while you're still on the academic side, you will also be learning something practical. Something practical that can fetch you money in the future. Something practical that can be a side job that you will do even while you're still learning. Something that will help you improve your value in the market, because very soon you'll be in the labor market. So those skills can help you improve your value in the labor market. Start learning those things today on YouTube. Start learning them on social media. Anywhere where you can find them, start learning them. Start practicalizing. Start putting these things together. Start learning it. Start acquiring this skill. It's not too early. It is not too early. The world is moving so fast. So don't say to yourself, when I get older, when I graduate, when I'm free, when I'm out of school, during the holidays. No. Start learning today. I mean, what have you got to lose? If you have an added skill, if you have an added advantage, what have you got to lose? You've got to lose nothing. All you will do is gain. All you will do is go upward. So start giving yourself an edge in the labor markets by practicing, by learning, by putting these skills to use. And you will see that by the time you're out of school, by the time you're out there in the labor market, you will have an edge over somebody who just spent his or her time watching whatever it was on social media, doing things that were not valuable, and simply saying, I'm a student, so this is the time for me to relax. This is not the time to relax. The world is so fast-paced now that you have to run to stand still. You have to catch up. Everything is changing. Everything is improving. AI is changing so many things. It's like every second something new is coming up. So you need to keep up. You need to keep abreast. You need to stay updated on what is going on. And one of the ways you can do that is by learning through these practical videos. And that is one asset that your phone can bring right to your fingertips. And so utilize it. Use it and make the most of it and become even more skillful today. Become even more skillful so that you have not just your results to present, but you also have skills to say, I got this, I got that, look, I've got an advantage, I have an edge. So do that today and you will have an edge over your contemporaries. Do that and have an edge over your contemporaries. Another way in which you can break away from the disadvantages of having a phone or using a phone the way you have been doing is that you should limit your phone usage. Cut down on the hours you spend on your phone. Have something I will call a phone schedule, where you tell yourself, okay, I will do my tasks in the morning, I will go to school, I will take my classes. When I come back, I will rest a little, I will study for so hours, a few hours, and after that, then I can watch something on my phone for 1 hour. And remember that that's something you should watch should not be something trivial, should not be something that doesn't add to you. It should be something that teaches you, educates you, something that entertains you positively. Something that teaches you something, even if it's making you laugh, even if it's entertaining you, you're also learning something. So limit your phone usage. Limit how long you use your phone so that you are not spending so much time on your phone. Do you know that some of these social media apps have what we call a limiting setting? You can set it in a way where you limit it to how long you use that app. Facebook, for instance, has it. You can also find out if the other social media networks have it. Simply go to the settings of that social media app and find where it tells you to limit phone usage, to limit app usage. Find it and set it. And then when you have used the app for that length that you set it for, it's going to give you a notification to tell you it's time to stop using the app. And when it does that, please quickly obey. Let your setting remind you that this is your commitment, that you don't want to spend so much time on social media. So find out where these settings are on all your social media apps and set them like that. Set them so that you're not on that app for more than 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes max, because if not, you get sucked in, you get drawn in. But if it's like an instructional video, then maybe 1 hour. You can watch an instructional video for 1 hour, 1 or 2 videos, 3 or 4 videos, and then you're done. But still do not go beyond 1 hour, so that you have enough time to rest and prepare for tomorrow's activities. The final tip I will give you on how to break away from the negative side of social media and using your phone is that you should avoid watching skits that do not add any value to you. You know those skits where they just want to make you laugh. They're just being funny, they're just doing silly things, and all you spend your time doing is laughing over those skits. But at the end of the day, you have not learned anything from those skits. Avoid them. Those skits are just for you to watch them and while away the time. There is no substance in those skits. There is no real value. So you need to be choosy about what you spend your time watching. You need to be choosy about what you spend your time watching. You need to be choosy about what kind of content you're watching. Don't just watch anything because it's trending. Don't just watch anything because your friend shared it on social media. Don't just watch anything because your friend sent it to you. Watch things that are useful, things that will impact you positively, things that are good for your growth, and things that will actually help you grow. Those are the things you should be watching. It is time for you to become more selective about what you watch. You don't watch just anything, because you need to understand that those things you're watching, those things that you're listening to, are actually impacting you. Whether they are positive things that you're listening to, they are impacting you positively. And if they happen to be negative things, it's a pity. They are actually still impacting you. You are internalizing them. You see, the mind is very powerful. You are internalizing those things. Don't think, oh, I'm just watching them, it's just a passing pleasure. It's not a passing pleasure. It makes an imprint on your mind. It makes an imprint on your personality. You will find out that if they are speaking poor grammar in a particular skit or in several series of skits that you watch, one day you will say something like that. They can say something now and it starts to seem like a slogan for you, and you're saying it every day. It becomes part of your own language. It becomes part of your choice of words, your vocabulary. And before you know it, you are saying that same thing. And sometimes you even forget where you got it from. Sometimes you completely forget where you got that word from, where you got the phrase from, who coined it, you forget it. It becomes part of your own vocabulary. And then what if it's nonsense? What if it is a useless word that you have put in your vocabulary? And that becomes part of who you are. That becomes part of your language. And then people start to identify you like that. So you must be particular about what you watch. You must be particular about the songs you listen to. You must be particular about the skits you spend your time on. Every content that you watch, that you listen to, that you read is impacting you, whether you want it to or not. It is a fact and we cannot change it, because that is how we learn as human beings. That is how we receive information, through these mediums. These mediums are part of how we receive information. You receive information through your eyes, you receive information through your ears. And so you should be careful about what you read and what you hear. So I hope you have been enlightened on how your phone is ruining your life and how you can fix this before it is too late. I hope that these tips that I provided here will help you change your phone usage, how you use your phone, and make you to use your phone as an asset and not a liability. I hope you start to use your phone to become a better person and not become worse off. Dear youths, dear teenagers, please remember that these are the best years of your life, and if you waste them, you may end up having regrets. You may end up wishing you could get the time back, and nobody gets time back. So now that it is still early, I'm here to help you, guide you on a path where you can do better, where you can become your very best even at a young age, where you can optimize your time and do things that make you a better person. not just now, but for the long run. If you enjoyed this video, please drop your comments below and tell me how this video has impacted you. I hope it has impacted you positively. Please share with us in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. Just get subscribed today by clicking the subscribe button. And do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like and share my videos. Thank you so much for giving me your time. I hope I have made this worth your while. Don't forget to be an inspiration. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.
Inspira Central. Inspira Central.